Hi, and welcome to Primo University, and welcome to my deck. We're at my home today. We're actually going to be cooking on my grill, and today's class is going to be about two-zone cooking. Now, if you're not familiar with the two-zone cooking method, it's the ability to cook with two distinct cooking zones. You can grill direct and indirect at the same time. Primo's patented oval design allows you to do that far more than any round ceramic grill. So in this video class, what we're going to do is I'm going to demonstrate the grill, give you a few tips on cooking, and then we're going to end the class with one of my favorite things to do, which is actually cook. We're going to do a little bit of surf and turf. We're going to do ribeyes and some shrimp and really show you the benefits of two-zone cooking. So let's get started. The first thing I really want to show you is Primo's patented oval shape. Now we call it an oval design, but it's really two round grills that intersect each other, and that's what gives you those two distinct zones. Now let's look inside the grill. I'm going to take the cooking grates out right now, and to eliminate a lot of the questions that some of you may have, you know, all the grills are pristine, they're all brand new. Well, this is my personal grill. It's got about 400 cooks on it. You're going to see that black patina that's on the inside of the ceramics. For the purpose of this video, I've gone ahead and just put a new firebox in. So as you can see, you've got two distinct zones. I've got the firebox divider inside. Now, the first most popular method that most people use is they load this side with charcoal, they heat it up, and they have the indirect side. It doesn't require any other accessories at all. Another popular one that I really like, and that's what we're going to do today, is I'm going to load the charcoal both sides, but I'm going to add the heat deflector racks and plates on one side. The benefit of that is while you're cooking direct on this side, you're getting all that conductive heat from that heated ceramic plate that's right there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to load up the charcoal into the grill. We're going to light it. We're going to wait about 5 to 7 minutes and really let that grill heat up a little bit. So I've gone ahead and added a full load of charcoal to both sides of the grill. I've lit it in 2 places on each side using Primo's quick lights. We're going to leave the dome open for 5 to 7 minutes. After I close that, I'm going to give you a few tips on cooking. We're going to let that ceramic get that heat wash, get it fully loaded up with heat, and then we're going to be ready to cook. All right, it's been enough time for the charcoal to heat up. I'm ready to put the heat deflector plate in. And one little tip that I want to show you is the heat deflector plate and how you can keep that clean. I get a lot of questions on the website about this. And what happens is that when you leave the heat deflector plate just as it is, because it is porous material, you do get food drippings that can be absorbed into it. And that does create smoke every time that you cook. One of the neat tricks that you can use is just wrap it in aluminum foil. You're able to take it off after it gets dirty, after each cook, and that will always keep your heat deflector plates looking pristine. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in, and we are going to close the dome. I'm going to open up the draft door all the way. I want that heat to really start to rise. We're going to go up to about 375 degrees, and that's going to take about another 10 minutes or so. All right, I'm going to go ahead and open it, and we're going to take a reading on the direct and indirect side. Now on this indirect side, I'm shooting it with the laser. Now, even though the grill is showing 400 degrees, the direct temperature at the charcoal is 929. Now, when you come over to the indirect side, I'm going to shoot that heat deflector plate, and we're showing 258 degrees. So that's really the difference between the direct and indirect side. All right, now we're at my favorite part, the time to cook. Let's take a look at the food that we're going to be cooking today. I've got 2 well-marbled boneless ribeyes, and what I've done is I've used Primo's bourbon whiskey twist seasoning rub. I put it on both sides, let the steaks come up to room temperature. That's really the best way to cook and grill a thick piece of meat. And then I've also got some shrimp, and I have just dusted that with Primo's Tupelo Honey Crunch. Now, that is made for pork, but it's so versatile. You can use it on poultry and seafood. It's kind of a sweet, but it gives you a little bit of heat too. So let's go ahead and put these on the grill. We've got that 400-degree temperature that we've been wanting. And the great thing about two-zone cooking is that you can add both of these at the same time. Now I'm going to go ahead and close the grill. What we're going to do is, because those steaks are about 1 inch thick, we're going to let them go about 3 to 4 minutes on the first side. Then we're going to flip them, and the shrimp can just sit there and roast, and then we're going to move it over to the direct side and just give it a little bit of a char before we pull it off. So I'll see you in just a few minutes. All right, so it's been about 4 minutes. What we're going to do is go ahead and flip those steaks and check on the shrimp. Everything's looking good. Now, you know, a lot of people like to do their steaks at 500-600 degrees. You really don't want to go that far because you're losing so much of the moisture and you're not getting that caramelization on top of the steak. So these are coming along nicely. I'm going to go ahead and flip these shrimp over as well. And we'll be back in about 3 to 4 minutes. I'm going to check the internal temperature of the steak, so I'll see you then. All right, so the steaks and the shrimp have been on for about 4 more minutes. So we need to check the internal temperature and make sure. I like mine medium rare. So I want it to be about 125 to 130 right now. And I am right at 129, so we need to pull those off right away. Oh, that looks great. All right, and then I'm just going to move the shrimp over just for about 30 seconds or so, just to put a little bit of char on that. Now, one of the important things that you want to do is you want to rest the steaks. That allows the internal juices to really redistribute throughout the steak so it doesn't bleed once you start to cook it. Now, you can use aluminum foil. What I'm doing is I'm just placing a plate over it, and we're going to let that sit there for about 3 to 4 minutes, and that'll let that just turn out to be extremely juicy. All right, so I'm going to take the shrimp off too. Got a good sear on that. And one little trick, you may have seen it in the other videos with John, is that I do use 2 skewers. That keeps the meat from flipping around. So now that we're done cooking, I'm going to go ahead and shut the top vent to extinguish the fire, and along with the draft door. That'll take about 90 minutes to 2 hours to close down. We're going to wait for those steaks to rest for just a few minutes. We're going to plate it, and we're going to enjoy some great food. See you in a moment. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of this meat, see how it turned out. It's supposed to be medium rare, and oh yeah, it is super juicy. Now, if you have any questions about this video, about anything related to Primo, please go to our website, primogrill.com. You can go into the contact page. There's a feedback form there. There's a lot of great information on there about our grills, accessories. And one last thing that I'd ask you to do too is sign up for Primo Life. It's our free email subscription service. It gives you updates, recipes, tips on cooking, just about anything that will help you get the most out of your Primo grill. Thanks for watching.